everyone, we just arrived at the Olympic Park.
Yes, and we got a speaking gig here. Finally, they let us out of the house after 2 years of being locked up in the office. Yes, we can't wait. We're going to do a session together here on brand strategy, the brand alchemy method. So we might show a little bit behind the scenes.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yes. Ciao.
Bye.
We are ready to rock and roll. We got the shoes on.
We got the shoes, we got the water, ready to rumble.
We got tequila. Let's go and smash it.
Let's go.
Alright, we just finished a presentation here, the keynote, talking about brand strategy. And as we were walking through the car, we thought, well, let's ask Julia quickly something, a framework that she's shared. Something psychological.
Something psychological.
Thriller!
It's not a psychological thriller exactly, but we talked a little bit about collective consciousness, and that also sounds very abstract, but we mean that in the concept of or context of concepts that originally Carl Gustav Jung, the famous psychologist and psychiatrist, came up with. So a while ago, some really clever marketers have borrowed heavily from Carl Gustav Jung, and they developed a framework that describes 12 typical archetypes. So when you start looking or revisit your brand identity, not in every instance, but in some instances, it can be super helpful if you start with that bird's eye view. And you can ask yourself certain questions and see where on these 12 archetypes you see your brand within. Because, and sometimes you might feel, so there's a couple of these archetypes are called the magician, the creator, and so on and so forth. They're available, you can look them up online. There's not that much information, but you can sort of feel your way into it if you're confident enough in doing that. And what that then gives you is certain attributes and a little bit of a line or a guideline where to start with rethinking your brand identity. And then after that archetypal work, you then have to really go into the refinement of your brand identity. You still have to ask yourself questions on how do you want to be perceived as a brand, and you really have to make this your own and not just the magician archetype and then you just run with that concept. We would still highly advise you to go one step further and go deeper within your brand identity. But it's definitely a great starting point looking at that for some organizations and businesses.
Exactly. So have a look at this and see how you can apply it into your brand identity. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you would love to chat more to Julie about branding, she is so passionate about it. She'd like to talk about it all day, all night. You can call her after hours even. Kidding. Just get in touch with us and we'll be happy to have a conversation about your brand strategy. For now, thanks for tuning in and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
We gotta head to the next speaking gig actually. See you soon. Bye bye.